folks, I'm Matt, and welcome to My Expanded Universe, a show where I go through the entire EU in chronological order as best I know how. Yub Nub, good to have you back, partner. Just like old times, right? Well, let's get into it. Let's start off with Joe Schreiber's book, Maul Lockdown. Now, in this book, it's about Sidious sending Maul on another mission to a prison barge named Purge, where criminals are pitted against each other and an arena to fight. There's actually more to this story. The mission that Sidious sends him on is very important, but I'll get into that later. Now, the last time I spoke about Joe Schreiber, I kind of pooped on his last book, Red Harvest, which I still don't think is that good. Yet this book here, he totally redeems himself on it. Maul Lockdown is a great read. It has all the grittiness that Death Troopers had, and well, I guess Red Harvest had the same thing, but it has all that grittiness and much more. There's a lot of storytelling here. Darth Sidious makes an appearance in here. He's kind of mentioned and kind of a little bit a part of it. And then also, one of my favorite scenes is at the very beginning. Not to do any spoilers, but Maul is pitted against someone who he cannot feel in the Force. What does that sound like to you, huh? I love all the connections to the expanded universe. This book has the unique advantage that it was one of the last old EU books to be made. So Joe Schreiber has the most up-to-date version of events. So he knew how to tie in Darth Sidious, how to tie in all of Maul's last adventures, and that's why I pick Maul Lockdown to happen after Shadowhunter. Now, I know there's a big debate on which goes first, Lockdown or Shadowhunter. In my timeline, I have Lockdown going last. And again, the reason why is because Schreiber connects everything in this novel. So to me, it's a great plateau before we see him in action in episode 1. So for me, Lockdown goes after Shadowhunter. Now, if you ask me, Matt, which one is better then? Do you like Shadowhunter or Lockdown better? Oh, that is such a hard choice. But if I had to choose between the two, I couldn't, because there's too many things for both of them that I love so much. I love the plot line for Maul Lockdown. I think Shadowhunter is a good book because it's the first book by Darth Maul about him, and we get to learn a lot more about him, and then it has a great ending. I can't get over that ending. Lockdown doesn't have that, you know, impact ending, even though it does have a twist ending at the end, which you can somewhat guess a little bit. But the story overall just had that grittiness and just that grit that you really don't see in many novels, especially EU novels. So I can't really choose between the two. But is Maul Lockdown worth your time? Yes, absolutely. I think it's a fantastic book. Anyway, folks, that is all the time we have for today. We will see you next week with another video. Yub Nub, you're just irreplaceable, buddy. I don't know what... oh. It's you. Yub Nub, this is a funny story. Hey, what are you doing? Awkward.